Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm a leader, speaker, and creator, and you're welcome to episode 2 of the Tea Time Global Podcast. In my first episode, I shared with you what my purpose is and why I started this podcast. Like I said in the previous episode, I'll be sharing with you aspects of my past, present, and future with the goal of helping you find and live your purpose. And once you found long-lasting happiness and fulfillment, you'd help me connect with millions by sharing our individual stories and help them also find long-lasting happiness and fulfillment. So we're building a community of people who want to experience exponential growth and fulfillment. After releasing episode 1, the feedback has been phenomenal. We'd like to say thank you to all those who followed, subscribed, and shared the links to your friends and families. In case you missed the first episode, you can listen to it in detail to give you a little context. We're available on all your favorite listening platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube at Tea Time Global. Tea is spelled T-E-E. Time Global. Join the community now as we change the lives of millions. And if you are yet to follow or subscribe, kindly hit that button now so you can be notified when we upload our next episode, which is every other Tuesday. As a way of improving this podcast, we've added a link in the show notes where you can reach out to us and share your feedback on any of our episodes or tell us how this episode resonates with you. You can reach us also via WhatsApp number +233 20 934 5008 +233 20 934 5008. Send in your voice notes, text on how this podcast has helped you or is helping you, and we could play your voice to our listeners so they can see how beneficial this podcast is to you out there. This week has been very exciting for me because last week was my birthday. There are two important periods in every year for me: the beginning of the year and my birthday. The beginning of the year is important because that's the time I sit down to really put together my grand plan for the year, how I want the year to go, what kind of impact I want to make. And on my birthday, which coincides with half year, is the time I sit down to reflect on my plan that I set or the plan I had at the beginning of the year and see what things I've achieved, what I want to achieve, or what things I want to change along the line with my plan in line with the impact I want to make. So these are very important periods in my life. And it's basically what I want to share with you in this episode. Today, I want to talk to you about the half-time strategy. Half-time strategy. For those of you who are quite familiar with the game of football, halftime might already resonate with you. This is a time players would generally go back to the dressing room or the changing room, if you like to call it, and temporarily rest or rehydrate. This is also the time they'll receive tactical instructions from their coach or they re-strategize. For a team that is losing, this is the time the coach will revisit the strategy he started the game with and see what part he can take out or what part he can firm up so that they can go back into the game and change the dynamics of the game. For a team that's winning, the coach is already excited and he's either revising his plan to maintain his grip on the game or to even further dominate the game in the second half. For a team that is drawing or for teams that are drawing, both teams will basically put together another plan so that when they go back into the game, they can dominate the second half. We're in the second half of this year. we're in the dressing room re-strategizing for our next half. It doesn't really matter if you're winning, losing, or drawing. Because just like a game of football, the second half could go in many ways. The winning team could consolidate the win, they can draw or lose. The losing team could re-strategize and come back stronger and win the game or draw the game. The question really is, and that's what I want to ask you right now, which one will you be by the end of the game? Which for you is by the end of the year? Would you have won? Would you have lost? Or would you draw? Because you see, when you step out of that dressing room, it's playtime. Everything is in motion. Things you may not have envisaged. Will your halftime strategy stand the test of the next half? Will you be able to beat your opponent's strategy? I'd like to leave you with 3 things you can do now to make a difference in this second half. The first is start with forgiveness. Oftentimes, when people hurt us, we tend to hold that hurt inside us, and this weighs in on us. It's like you're drowning and you're carrying additional weight. Just let go of that weight. You don't need all that negativity. And this is what I want you to do. Make a list of 3 people who have hurt you, either in the past or in this new year. Now, here comes the difficult part. And this is the part I know you roll your eyes. Reach out to them and let them know how you feel about what they did to you. Let them know you're willing to let go. Perhaps they won't be so close to you any longer, like they used to be. But let them know you're letting go. No bad blood, nothing. Once you've done that, watch how you toss that weight over to them. Realize how light you feel afterwards. And once you've done that, and once you've noticed that, let's move to step 2. Step 2 is start with gratitude. We tend to underestimate the impact of gratitude. Gratitude boosts your emotion. It gives you this positive energy. And if you're already down, you need all the positivity you can get. If the year is already going well for you, you need all that positive vibe to continue winning. And how do you start with gratitude? Make a list of 3 things you're grateful for, 3 people you're grateful for. If you're struggling to write down 3 things, pause the podcast, reflect on it, and possibly sleep over it and come back with 3 things. You see, the goal is not to breeze through this podcast, but to see a difference once you're done listening. Remember, the 3 things don't have to be anything grandiose. Just 3 things. One could be the fact that you're grateful to God for everything He's done for you. It could be you're grateful for your family. It could be you're grateful for your friends, for your work, anything. Just 3 things. And as simple as this can be, it will surprise you how good you feel afterwards. Do this and watch how positive energy sets in. And the third thing is start with a plan. What a plan does for you is that it gives you a sense of direction. When you step out of the dressing room and everything is set in motion, it's easy to get distracted with what is going on. And the plan is what will keep you in check. And if you already have a plan in place, reevaluate that plan. Which elements are not working? Which parts need reinforcement? Which people should you put on your team? Which people are a liability that need to be substituted? And once you're done with these 3 things, take a deep breath and step out of the dressing room because you're ready for the next half of the year. Remember these 3 things: Start with forgiveness, start with gratitude, and start with a plan. I'll leave you with this quote at the end. Success is three things. Success is a process, success is a habit, and success is a mindset. Folks, that's all for our episode this week, which is the half time strategy. Share with me your thoughts and catch you on the next episode.